What happens when media coverage is not factual? This video will examine some examples of unethical reporting, mainly including the trial of Amanda Knox, referencing the documentary about her on Netflix. What is media ethics? Ethics is a set of moral principles, a theory, or system of moral values. Media ethics is an area of applied ethics concerned with ethical principles and media standards. In other words, media ethics are what is right within the media, when people's experiences are represented fairly, such as the reporting on the Me Too movement that resulted in the conviction of Harvey Weinstein, and the Black Lives Matter movement that showed the reality of police racism and brutality. However, not all aspects of this media are ethically reported. Amanda Knox, an American, went to Italy as an exchange student in 2007. One evening while out with her then boyfriend Raffaele Sollecito, her housemate Meredith Kircher was murdered. Both Knox and Sollecito were convicted of murder and served 3 years in prison until their appeal acquitted them of all charges in 2011. The Italian Supreme Court ruled that her trial was tarnished by insufficient evidence and false media coverage. According to the Society of Professional Journalists, the 4 main principles in their code of ethics are to seek and report the truth, minimize harm, act independently, and be accountable and transparent. One of the journalists covering the Amanda Knox trial was the Daily Mail reporter Nick Pizza. He states in the Netflix documentary that his motivation was to surpass his competitors and get his article on the front page. He reported that both Meredith and Amanda were attractive women and that the case has a sexual intrigue, girl-on-girl crime if you like. He sourced old photos of Knox holding a machine gun, painting a picture of her as an unstable, dangerous sexual addict, saying in the documentary, "Wow, great, she's a complete and utter nut job." He did the same with Raphael, wearing a mummy costume. "You just couldn't ask for any better material," he told the Netflix documentary. He obtained Amanda's prison diary and printed it to his paper. In this diary, there was unsubstantiated claims that she had been told by police that she was HIV positive, something that later turned out to be false and an abuse by police. Nick Pizza used numerous false headlines and articles about Knox and misrepresented her completely, going against the Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics by refusing to be truthful and transparent. His reporting was not factual and deliberately ignored the disorganized handling of the investigation. Forensic experts later pointed out that the people walked in and out of the scene without protective suits, and that DNA evidence was contaminated. The facts did not matter, selling salacious headlines did. This was not the first time false reporting and unethical journalism has happened. In 1989, after the Hillsborough disaster where 96 football fans were fatally crushed at a match in Sheffield, The Sun published an article with the headline "The Truth," blaming fans who were there on that tragic day. The writer of the article, Kevin McKenzie, later admitted that he regretted writing that article and that he mistakenly believed what an MP said, but the damage had been done, and the welfare and mental health of those left behind was not considered. In late 2019, the late Love Island and Extra Factor presenter Caroline Flack was accused of hitting her boyfriend with a lamp. The Sun newspaper printed an alleged photo of the bloody scene and reported it to the news media, which caused the presenter to be relentlessly hounded by the tabloid press and social media commentators while she was waiting for the trial. Flack took her life the following February. Ethics in media is essential, and in a world where misinformation and disinformation is widely shared through social media, it is absolutely vital that those working in the industry uphold the values necessary to create trust by those who consume this media. It is not acceptable to follow sales at any cost. Yes, it is true. The more scandalous the headline, the more interest there will be. But media organisations should not be substitute to gossip columns. There are people's lives and lived experiences behind these stories, and without ethics, the welfare of these people is at risk.